Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Very night main event, I'll tell you that.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is Top Rope Tuesday. Boys, we are back after a long wrestling weekend. For some of us, not for all of us, because some of us decided they were going to the Indianapolis 500 instead.
Darn right.
Welcome back, Scotty. FTW in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Boys, how was your weekend? Scotty, let's talk about it. How was your weekend, Indy 500? You go every year. How many times have you been to the Indy?
So far this is my fourth year. So quick background, why got me hooked into watching IndyCar.
Why hosted the NXT?
Host of NXT, the Shakedown,
The
NXT
Shakedown,
Shakedown with me. Why got me into this a long time ago, IndyCar open wheel racing. And while there's a lot of tracks around the country, the US that that do IndyCar racing. Indianapolis is like the mecca, the big place to go every year, Memorial Day weekend every year. So it started, like, Wyatt's been doing it longer than I have, but 4 years ago we started doing this as a guys weekend and have not had a bad year. I mean, even last year when we got rained out, it was still a great weekend, a lot of fun. So this year was, again, no different. We had a blast. We left Friday, got into town, did some stuff in Ohio, stayed in Cincinnati, did some stuff, a bunch of stuff Saturday, and then drove into Indianapolis on Sunday. And
who won? It was somebody I've never heard of.
Oh God, hold on. My brain. You put me on the spot. My brain. I know the name. I just cannot remember how to pronounce it. He's a Spanish dude. One sec.
Spaniard. Grande Americano.
India.
Did he finish your race? Unero.
Alex Palou. Alex Palou is who won.
Gotcha.
First Spaniard ever to do it. It's his first first Indianapolis 500 win, and he's on a streak right now. He is at a 5-win streak. So he's had 5 races in a row, back to back. He's all won in this IndyCar season. So
5 times.
5 times.
Yep.
5 times.
5 times.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was honestly an absolute blast. One of the big takeaways this year. So the Penske Racing team is the one that pretty much owns the IndyCar series and the Indianapolis track, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And they have a museum there where they put all the cars of the guys who have won. They have cars going back to like 1902 and like, at the race's inception, all the way back. Actually, I think even older than that. But, they had a museum, and it was a very nice museum. We've gone there in the years past. They did a $60 million upgrade. I did not stutter. $60 million upgrade to this place, and it was absolutely freaking phenomenal. They had a gigantic screen. They had basically the starting 3 cars mock-ups of the starting 3 cars in this area, and a gigantic screen with an overhead screen over top of it. They did like a 7-minute little presentation with about the track and the race and all the different kinds of stuff that goes on. And there's always a flyover every year. Sometimes it's the Blue Angels, and sometimes it's other different planes that go over. But they had video of the flyovers. And the flyovers literally went from the front screen all the way up to the screen over top. it was like immaculate. But the whole building, they went from one level into 3 levels. It was just, again, freaking phenomenal.
Very cool. Two
So,
questions.
Yep.
Number one, have you ever kissed the bricks?
Yes, actually, I have. So,
Ew.
very, very, very funny story about that.
Bricks are whores.
Yeah. So the bricks are actually, they stretch all the way from the track all the way through past the pagoda. So anybody that wants to, any of the fans, because you're not allowed on that part of the track,
Right.
Before race day, or like especially on race day. But they stretch all the way through the pagoda, so you can kiss the brick line if you want to.
Wouldn't that be something if Scotty was like kissed the bricks on the track and then somebody spun out right at the towards the end because
all
of
the
his
Scotty slobber.
because of his slobber?
Funny thing though, something I've never seen before, even watching all the races on TV and stuff like that, and being at the track before. Speaking of spin outs, guy spun out on the warm up laps, which was hysterical. Like you never, like,
Wow.
all the guys are getting ready, they're just getting their cars warmed up, they're doing the little zigzag, and a guy just goes out and spins out and wrecks his car, and he literally, like, the thing on his icon said did not finish.
Did
we were
not
joking.
start, apparently.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were
Yeah,
saying. It should be
DNS.
did not start. So, but no, great time, great weekend. Had a
Okay, well,
blast.
last question, and then we're gonna get over here to Tricky Ricky and his weekend of fun.
Debauchery.
Easy.
Easy.
Keep my personal off of here.
We're good. We
I didn't
set
say
the,
what kind of debauchery. I just said debauchery. Who knows?
we set the line on Saturday. It was Sunday morning. We did our Saturday night main event review, the commercial fest, and we set the line at 7.5 hot dogs. Scotty, give us how many hot dogs you ate, because now I know Ricky had 2 on Sunday.
2 at the ball game and 1 at your house.
Oh, did you eat 1 here too?
Yeah. I had 2 Scotty plates at your house.
Yeah.
Dang.
So did
Except
I.
I didn't. Except I didn't drop any on the floor.
I didn't Scotty, but I had enough macaroni to choke a horse. So Scotty, give everybody's waiting. The line was set at 7.5. Was it the over or under?
I had the way over.
0
glizzies.
Jesus.
0 glizzies.
Gotta say,
And
I'm
here's
disappointed in you.
the
You got a
reason
DNS
why.
too.
There's 2 reasons for it. One,
Yeah,
the
DNH did not hot dog.
Yeah, did not hot dog, exactly. One reason is the food vendors are so far away from our seats that it's almost impossible to get there and back. It's literally almost like a half-mile walk. So that's one reason. But 2, I saw the food prices when I walked in the door. We do get breakfast every morning. They actually have a very good biscuits and gravy breakfast setup that they do. Like, it's a lot of different breakfast stuff, but like they do a biscuits and gravy, and we've been getting that for breakfast. But I saw the lunch prices, $13 a dog. Like, I'm sorry, I ain't paying. I had to spend $130 on a sweatshirt to keep warm.
That some bitch better come with a collar.
Yeah,
$13.
But
Sue says the only bricks that Scotty hit were the one, or kiss, are the ones that people threw at his face.
Yeah.
And she also says she would like to hang out with Ricky. Oh, okay.
Easy.
Okay. Loving it.
Did you bring the City Skyline chili back without the spaghetti?
No, we didn't.
I feel like he brought it back, but he dumped it in the bowl. Like his toilet bowl.
No, we didn't get a chance to do Skyline this year. We were trying to, but we ended up doing Twin Peaks. So that was our food choices this year.
All right,
And,
go ahead.
let's
get into a little bit of wrestling action. A lot of wrestling this weekend.
A little bit.
Saturday, of course, SmackDown on Friday. Saturday night's main event. NXT and AEW on Sunday.
Saturday night's commercial event.
It was tons of wrestling this weekend. We're not going to go into all of it. Ricky, what was your surprise of the weekend?
Big Bronson Reed's return.
Okay. Bronson Reed's return. Scotty, did you have a surprise?
Bronson Reed's return was definitely a big one. We'll get into it tomorrow on the NXT review, but the Trick Williams winning the TNA title, which was holy cow. I was kind of shocked.
You can quote me from the last video that we did.
Yes.
By saying
Yep.
they're not doing it. It's not happening. There's no reason to do it. And them son bitches.
They did it. They did it.
They proved me wrong.
They said this is the guy that always picked Fraxium.
Yeah.
Or not.
let's
fuck with him.
NXT, let's find a way to make him look like an idiot again. And they did it. Certainly surprising. I mean, I guess Monday, yesterday was NXT or with TNA taping. So we'll find out what's gonna happen with Trick. But yeah, really shocking. I did horribly in NXT. Actually, not horribly. I think I got 2 wrong. But getting into that, we have a new predictions challenge champion, a 2-time predictions champion. Now we were sitting there trying to add up in our head who would have won because we thought for sure Ricky won, but we never never one time thought that idiot Randy Christ was going to be our champion. But guess what? Randy is no longer an idiot. He is a 2-time champion. Congratulations to Randy. We have a little video. Randy sent a promo video here, so let's fire that off.
Well.
Oh, boy.
They said,
yeah, now I want some
Randy
chili.
wins a championship. Anybody can win a championship. All I heard was smack talk from the guys from
Scotty, I want some chili. Can I borrow that big spoon?
Randy can't win. Well, guess who won that championship again? Guess who is a champion now? Mr. Jonathan Cross. Looks like you're not a champion anymore. Because the real champion is right here, right now for Hardway Wrestling. That's right. And I'm going to keep bringing the pain.
First off, I would suggest when you throw punches that you roll your hips and shoulders towards the bag.
He put his gloves on the right hands.
The boy looks like a boy. I wasn't even sure that. I didn't even look if he had him on the right hands or not. He looked like a silverback gorilla. If we were going to do that 100 versus gorilla, I would send Randy first. He's a big boy. So congratulations to Randy. I honestly didn't think he was going to have it, but I'll tell you who's licking her chops right now. Jessie in the bank. She's like, Randy won. I'll see you at the next pay-per-view. She's like, I can beat him
Saturday.
This Saturday?
Oh no, next
2
Saturday.
weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So, I had to get those predictions challenges up. There's going to be, I think there's Worlds Collide, right? Where Worlds Collide.
That's the same day as Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, which is it early? It's earlier in the day though. It's at 3:00.
Yeah.
It'll be on YouTube. Then you got Money in the Bank. You'll have AEW, I believe, and an Impact or a TNA. So I'll get those up. Rip off Butterbean. FTW said he looked like a rip off Butterbean.
That's funny.
Oh, that's our champ you're talking about. So if you
hold on one thing. So you're saying there's like 4 pay-per-views on the same day?
No.
2.
No, 2 on the same day.
Okay, because the way you said it sounded like
for the month. The next prediction.
Oh, for the month. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was just like
200 pounds Butterbean was like 430.
Yeah.
No, but congratulations, Randy. You definitely deserve it. You uncrowned, and finally, I know Randy had it for a very short. I think he had it for a month back in maybe January or February. Then he lost it again. So looking forward to going back after that title, bringing it back home where it belongs. Again, Jessie in the bank is out there. She's ready to cash her stuff in. So if you want to join the prediction challenge, you go to our Patreon.com/Hardway Wrestling. Or Hardway Wrestling. Go and hit the $5 a month. That's all you got to do. And then you can join the prediction challenge. You'll get a chance to get the link. You can look for the link all you want on the Patreon page, but you can't get it because you got to be a paid member. So if you want a shot at Randy, if you want a shot at being the Hardway Wrestling champion, go join the Patreon. $5 a month. We would appreciate it. So So congratulations to Randy. Enjoy it while you can. Let's get into a little bit of Raw review.
I'm going to do the best I can with this because after the commercial started, I was watching it from the back of my eyelids.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
Yeah.
boy!
Yeah, it was a rough night. So they kick off with the new faction, of Bronson Reed added to the group with Heyman, Breaker, and Seth Rollins.
What did I tell you? I told you Bronson was going to look good in that suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. I got to watch you guys' Saturday night main event review, but I was thinking to myself, like, I told you there was gonna be a third member coming in, and I knew it wasn't gonna be Sammy. I knew they weren't gonna turn Sammy on anybody. It was like, so always remember, Scott is always.
Don't be so sure.
Yeah,
I think Bronson Reed was out of nowhere because I totally forgot about that guy.
Yeah,
So.
the law firm of Bronson, Rollins, and Heyman. The firm. That's what we're going to call them. The firm.
So Heyman said Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank and cash in the contract on whoever he wants so that they have the power in the faction. He took shots at Roman, and he basically said that Bronson Reed is a violent man in a PG era that went after the top star and destroyed him more than in one night than Roman did in 10 years. So hopefully with this, they're going to start pushing Bronson Reed a little more than just beating up big guys.
Yeah.
They make a hell of a tag team, Reed and Braun Breaker.
Oh, they look great together.
They would be amazing. Yeah.
Squash the New Day. First match of the night, we get our first triple threat qualifying match, Penta versus Chad Gable, not Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. Not Gracias. And Dragon Lee was the third guy. Gable got his face planted at one part of the match by...
that move looked like I thought he broke his neck at first. With the
yeah, he clearly thought he was still in AEW.
Yeah.
Penta put him right on his forehead. And
Chad, this was a rough match for Chad. A rough match for Chad. He got split at the end of this.
Yeah.
But did Vakino split him when he?
Yes, he came up, did that kick on the top rope.
Yep.
AEW bleeding a little bit every week.
So Penta picks up the win, and it was also announced that Gable's getting a shot at El Vikingo for the AAA championship at Worlds Collide, which I guess spoiled the fact that he's taken that belt off of Alberto Del Rio, Patron, whatever the fuck his name is now.
Yep. I was laughing I saw the posts about that, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So I mean, I guess his contract of Del Rio's contract will be up as soon as he drops that belt. They will not have him in the new promotion.
They're having him drop that belt, and they're fucking sending him packing.
True. He's still going to be in AAA.
Really?
Yeah, that was all fodder.
Interesting, because I figured they didn't want anything more to do with him. They were tired.
No, I think originally somebody said that the only reason they said that if we buy you, you got to get rid of Alberto Del Rio, and that's not happening.
They gonna bring back his boy Ricardo Rodriguez.
That would be funny.
Or is he still doing Voltage stuff?
He's got his own promotion, 3 Legacies up here in PA.
Oh, gotcha.
I thought you were going to say that.
Voltage stuff. He does stuff. Yeah, he does stuff all over. His big promotion is MLW.
Interesting. Okay.
So following match, go backstage for Liv Morgan's return as Dominic's getting a chicken nugget platter from his new future girlfriend, Roxanne Perez.
That is Liv Morgan. I tell you, goddamn. That is the look she was given was worse than the Raquel Rodriguez look from last week.
No, the best looks. Did you guys see Finn Balor's face through the whole thing?
Oh God, yeah.
That was it was so funny. Why it's like look at Finn Balor. I'm like I start watching his face. Oh my God, that was some of the he had the best facial reaction. Like he had Heyman facial reactions. It was great.
Yeah, he's setting this whole thing up, and he's loving it.
It's
Yeah.
it's coming. It's coming into place. It's coming.
I want to know where you get this chicken nugget platter from. Is McDonald's serving that up? Is that
They
I
they,
look
think those.
good though, didn't they?
I think that's the Wendy's nuggets.
They look
is it?
really good.
I mean, I don't care what it is. Just give me a giant thing of ranch, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, mess up my diet for that.
Giant thing of ranch and some Roxanne Perez on the side. There you go. Dirty Dom winning again.
Yeah.
So she says she's going to go get herself a qualifying match for Money in the Bank, and she runs into what's her name, Kyrie Sane backstage. So they ended up making an one-on-one official. Then we get our death of the night, a very quick death, poor Tozawa, who
What
decided
was
he was
that
going
match?
to
That
take
match
on
was
Vito.
less than a minute, right? I mean, that
Yeah.
It was not long. It was not long at all.
I wasn't hoping for more than a couple minutes on this, but I was hoping that Rusev would just toss him around the ring more, just throw him every which way, and
I
just.
think I sneezed and it was over.
Yeah.
Rob
kinda
says
wishing-
$16 and some change at Wendy's for 50 nuggets. Oh my god, it's worth it.
Well, he's been there a few times.
Yeah. How many,
Yeah.
Rob? How many 50-piece nuggets have you housed on the way home before you got home and fed your kid something else?
He left them the pieces with the gristle in it.
Right. Fend for yourself tonight, kids. Dad's not hungry.
So after the match, Rusev, he's got Tozawa in the accolade, and then Sheamus came out wearing a white T-shirt.
Whiter
Jesus
than hell.
Christ. He
At least
made
it
that
wasn't
T-shirt
stained.
look dark. I don't know, but I thought I was looking directly into a solar eclipse again.
Rob said just one.
Just one.
Just one platter. Just one 50 spot.
So Sheamus stares at Rusev, and Rusev just kind of backs down and walks away. So it
That's
looks
gonna
like
be a banger.
Oh, definitely.
That's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, definitely. At least they're
Don't you
getting.
mean a burger? It's gonna be a burger after burger after burger.
Now we got to see what happens when Otis and Tozawa come back. I wonder if they'll be with Rusev next. They'll be redeemed.
God, that would be funny as crap. I
Should
would
we-
love to.
She says Sheamus is a mayo bottle with ketchup hair.
It's that little splash of sriracha on the top.
Should we get like a religious faction with the Redeemer at the head and
I mean, honestly, we haven't seen a
Pastor
religious.
Otis, and
We haven't.
clergyman Tozawa.
We haven't seen a religious faction since what was Punk's deal?
Right,
Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society. We haven't seen that cult like deal since the Straight Edge Society. So I mean, honestly, if they make the gimmick work, I could
I just
go
hope
with
they
it.
don't make Maxine shave her hair if they do that. Just saying. So we.
no hair.
Oh, jeez. So we get I don't know about that. We get a backstage where Jey Uso is trying to motivate Sammy for his Money in the Bank ladder match later on in the night, which will be the main event with Rollins and Finn Balor. Triple threat tag title match. The New Day defeats the Creeds and the War Raiders. The Creeds.
What did you think of New Day's Giant Gonzalez outfit?
Yeah,
I love it.
that was pretty cool.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
A little weird, but definitely interesting.
I actually thought at first I was like, "Oh my god, is that the Inside Out guy from like Mr. Peabody?" Do you remember that? Remember the Inside Out guy where you just saw his guts? I thought that I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, man. So during the match, the Creeds and the New Day decided they were going to team up and put the 4-on-2 on the War Raiders. Then Xavier out of nowhere rolls up. I can't remember which Creed brother it is. I get them mixed up and steals the victory and
We're gonna say
gets the hell out. Yeah, might have been right. So Xavier rolls him up out of nowhere, gets the 1, 2, 3, and then they get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Then we get Jay telling Gunther he's going to make him tap out again in 2 weeks when they face each other.
Same boring promo from Jay. I'm
Yeah.
tired of people saying I'm at the end. I'm tired of people saying that they don't believe. 2 letters, 1 word. It's the same shit every time. I mean, I love Jay. I love the cat yeet. I'm almost yeeted out.
I thought I was falling. I thought I'd already fallen asleep and was just hearing that from times before, but I guess not. This is
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
the same promo that him and Gunther go back and forth. They didn't touch again, which is fine. Is Jay going over Gunther here? Is it next week in Phoenix? Is
it's
it
the
next week?
9th. It's
The
after
9th?
Money in the
2 weeks. Okay.
it's after Money in the Bank.
I don't think. Yeah, it's got to be after because I don't think they're going to
Yeah.
do this at Money in the Bank.
What are the chances that Jay wins and then whoever wins, probably
Seth
Seth,
cashes in.
by the way, cashes in?
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Remember last
I
year,
almost,
whoever
but
won the
it's
men's
still, I
Money in the
almost
Bank,
it was Drew.
yeah, cashed it immediately in that night, right? And did not
Yeah,
and
and
failed.
Punk cost him,
Yeah.
which I can kind of almost see that happening with Seth in a way.
Punk costing him again.
Yeah.
Punk costing another person.
Remember we said
Yeah.
like a month ago, Punk said as long as he's standing or on his legs or walking or whatever, he's going to do everything in his power to make sure Rollins doesn't win that championship. So I said, I feel like you're going to recycle this whole thing with Punk and Drew from last year, which I hope they don't.
What's up, Marvin?
It's Marvin likes the Rusev news, right?
Yeah, we got you some Rusev news, Marvin.
Yeah, it lasted about as long as the Tozawa match he had.
Yeah.
Kyrie
My
Sane
hot, flexible wife.
Yeah, Kyrie Sane defeats Liv Morgan with some interference and a distraction from Roxanne Perez.
Have we seen Liv's gear before? Have we seen this gear before?
No, but I
Holy
want to.
shit.
Yeah,
I want. Huh?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to see more of her, or maybe less.
Maybe not.
Less
Yeah.
of the gear, more of her.
Yeah.
Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Because that ass was fine.
Cornbread, damn it, Cornbread! I must have been asleep for the segment where AJ Styles punches Chad Gable backstage.
I missed it too. I walked in.
Yeah, I missed that too. What the
I missed that one.
Yeah, I'm just reading here. So then we get a promo with Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. They're gonna have a women's Intercontinental title match at Money in the Bank, where if Becky wins, Lyra's got to raise her hand.
Becky's gonna win this title.
I got a
Becky's gonna
feeling.
win this title.
Actually, no. I think Bayley's going to finally make her return and set that match up for the Women's Evolution pay-per-view.
Okay.
Don't need the IC title in that.
Gotcha.
So, but we shall see. Then we get Karrion Kross backstage mocking Sami Zayn for not taking Seth Rollins' offer to go to SmackDown and get his guaranteed championship match. He say he's never going to win the world title.
Who did we say that Karrion Kross was in AEW? We had a discussion about somebody.
Yeah,
in
we
AEW.
did.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was now.
Who did we
The guy who instigates everything and never really they don't do shit with him.
Oh, Lance Archer.
That's who it was, Lance Archer.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross of AEW.
Yeah. Pretty much. So our main event of the night, we get Rollins defeating Balor and Sami Zayn to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank.
This was a good match.
Yeah, it was a very good
I actually was awake for it. Braun Breaker gets involved as does Bronson Reed, and they destroyed Sammy on the outside. Finn Balor, Dominic sneaks in, throws a chair in the ring in the middle of him, and as Balor's reaching for it, he takes the stomp, and you work with Finn, you don't win.
I tell you that some of the dumbest wrestlers do the same shit all over again. You know, Dom slides a chair in. You know it's coming. You know the stomp's coming on the chair. Punk's music hits. Punk's music hits, and both of them head down the aisle like he's coming. He's not coming from behind.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, yeah. Braun, Brunson, and Heyman go down the ramp, and then
What was Heyman
whole
going
time-
to do?
Yeah, what was Heyman doing? That was the funny thing. I was like, wait a minute, what is Heyman going to do against this?
he's like, "This way, boys, let's go." And then
I'd
I'm
been
just
even
sitting there,
funnier if Heyman would have stayed back and he'd have got a hold of Heyman.
No, like I was waiting for him to do what he did the other night, where he took his jacket off and was like, squaring up, like, why I, doing
Saturday
Heyman's a
night main
badass.
Yeah, he's going full Paulie dangerously almost.
Don't sleep on those managers. Some of them are scrappy. Right before they get their ass handed to them.
So yeah, Punk slides in from the back of the camera angle, hits the GTS on Rollins, and then he leaves and goes up into the crowd and starts talking shit.
Yep.
That's how Raw closes out.
Good
So
shit.
we still got, I believe, one more spot on each, the women's and the men's Money in the Bank to be filled.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's coming up here in the next 2 weeks. So SmackDown, right? We'll get those qualifiers on SmackDown.
Yeah, because I think there's 3 from Raw now on there.
Okay. So we should know everything. And we'll have our prediction show coming up here in a couple weeks. So, but yeah, it's going to turn. I think it's starting to turn out to be a pretty good Money in the Bank. So
I love ladder matches, so this has been one of my favorite pay-per-views.
it's going to be a good one. I can't wait to see who they're going to get, what the Money in the Bank is going to, like the actual briefcase is going to look like. They usually do a pretty good job with that. So nothing's ever going to beat
The Brock Party.
the Brock Party. Nothing's ever going to be it. Only Jonathan Cross gets his butt handed to him. If he had a butt, he would.
I just wonder what they're gonna do for Seth's briefcase. Like, will it have like?
Oh, wait a minute, relax, kid.
Easy.
I don't know
Easy.
that Seth's winning it.
Oh, I'm pretty
You
damn
still
sure.
got one more person to fill in there, so we don't know what they're planning.
I
And like I
promise you
said,
this.
if Seth has it, just like we said, he may not even have it long enough to generate sales.
I
That's
promise
true.
you this: if it's a furry briefcase,
You're buying it.
definitely.
I guarantee it's probably gonna have Visionary in the Bank on it.
I like that.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that. Good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
It will replace. It will replace the Senior Money in the Bank.
Senior Money in the Bank.
It will replace that.
You still got to get your one with the pink straps on it for Tiffy.
I didn't really much care for that. I don't know what it is.
Oh, no, that's right. Rob wanted that, I think, right?
Rob wanted that, but he's kinky like that. That's what he's, got my camera all messed up now.
I'm waiting for Rob to come over for pay-per-view night, and he's wearing like the full-on Tiffy time gear.
I don't know why he doesn't. I would rock that everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ricky, I'm going to give you some bad news. One of your women is off the block.
I feel like I read about this and then I forgot.
Yeah. Emi Sakura off the board now. She is now
Emi
married
Sakura.
to. Isn't it Emi Sakura? Sakura?
Mina Shirakawa?
No, not Mina Shirakawa. Emi Sakura. Now
You mean
married
wasn't
to.
her. It wasn't
the
her.
one that dresses up like Freddie Mercury?
No.
Who's the one that dresses up like Freddie
Look it up
Mercury?
real quick. I think her name is Emi Sakura. She just. All right. Either way, figure it out. She just married Takeshita. She just married Takeshita. So
She married Take a Shit? Wow.
She let me
I
long
read-
time off the board.
I feel like I read this. God
I'm pretty
damn.
sure Emi Sakura is the one that dresses up like Freddie Mercury.
Okay, there's the picture on.
Yeah, what's her name?
I don't know. who the hell-
I'm sorry. It's Yuka Sakazaki. That's who
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
My
it wasn't
man,
her.
not Emmy. Yuka Sakazaki. That's who it is.
Mina
Anyway,
Shirakawa is who I love long time.
you love them all long time.
I do.
I saw that the other day. You love them all long time.
Yeah.
Off the board, now married to Takeshita. So they're just kind of, I was just looking through some people that were engaged or married, some wrestlers. Not everybody knows who's married, who's not married. So Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, right? We knew that.
Yep. I knew that.
The Miz and Maurice, right? We love Maurice. Mayonnaise.
Lucky bastard.
Lucky bastard. Her accent drives me crazy. I can't listen to her or her mother. Naomi.
That's what Miz said, I bet.
What's that?
I said, that's what Miz said, I bet.
I'm sure. What is their mother's name? I cannot remember. Jess watches that show. Naomi and Jimmy Uso.
Yep.
Karrion Cross and Scarlett. Scarlett, probably the hottest.
Lucky
Absolutely hottest
SOB.
person. Shaka Zaki, I barely know her. Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, Tatum Paxley, Javier Burnell.
Who?
Yes.
C.
Eric and Valhalla. Mickey James, Nick Aldis. Who's married to Natalia?
Tyson Kidd or
Tyson Kidd.
TJ, whatever the hell his
Yep.
name is.
Yep, TJ. Becky Lynch and the Visionary, Seth Rollins. Kit Wilson and Stevie Turner.
Who?
Kit Wilson is part of Yes Boys.
That's right.
And
Okay.
Stevie Turner's an NXT NXT talent. So anybody, who am I missing? Who's an obvious married couple?
From two different companies, but Rhea and
Buddy
Buddy Matthews.
Buddy Murphy.
Lucky SOB.
Yeah, damn straight.
Gotcha.
Didn't Liv get married to somebody recently? Or am I thinking
so? Ricky's saying no.
She's about the only one left out there for me.
Yeah.
No, there was okay. Liv was at somebody's wedding then. I swear, I can't remember who. I saw a picture of Liv at a wedding, and I thought it was her own, but no, I guess
that tall drink of water.
That was Lana.
Rodriguez
that was Lana and Bobby Lashley. That wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rob said Steph and Triple H. Yeah, absolutely. That's his beard, for sure. It's his beard. So anyway, I know it's a very sad day for Hardway. Yuka is now off the board. So
yeah, I'm not that concerned.
Not that concerned. Okay.
Io's still out there, and so is Mina. So I'm good.
Okay. Well, let's get it on our main topic. Mania in New Orleans this year. Psych. So it was reported last week that Mania was moving venues. They're not going to be in New Orleans, which honestly I'm disappointed because, well, I'm not disappointed. I'm disappointed in a way because we were planning on going to New Orleans next year. That was already the plan. Chad Gable and El Grande Americano. That's not a married couple. And it's not the same person.
That's alter egos.
No, it's not. Anyway, they reported last week that Mania was not going to be in New Orleans, which is very disappointing. We almost went ahead and ordered a hotel for that week because that's what I did last year. As soon as they announced Vegas, I went ahead and we booked or found a place and booked it almost immediately. So, not in New Orleans. Now it's been said that it's going back to Las Vegas because Las Vegas economy is really down and bad. Not after we left, because I'm pretty sure I kept some places open by myself. Especially on Fremont Street. The Middle East over in where they do Crown Jewel over in that area. They were talking about doing one over there.
God, I hope not.
Have we heard anywhere it's going to be? And they haven't really announced it yet.
I'm hearing a lot of Vegas.
Supposedly outbid was New Orleans. So why would you announce New Orleans and then change it?
Yeah, that's terrible.
From what I'm hearing, it's not that they were outbid. It's that apparently WWE is charging towns to bring pay-per-views in.
Yes.
And apparently from what it sounds like, New Orleans didn't want to pay the price. They didn't think it was worth the financial burden of paying that much money for a WWE event. I don't know why, because again, it is one of those weekend events. It's like the Super Bowl. It's like, it's like the Indy 500 even, people come in from all over to, Indy 500 was 350,000 fans for the Indy 500. It brings in people from all over. It brings in, tourism. It brings in, whatever. So, but apparently they didn't want to pay the price. And
I've never been to New Orleans. I don't know that it has the capacity to hold all the people.
They've done it before. They've
done it before, but now WrestleMania is a different animal. Like it was one day before. Well, the last time there was only one day,
Yeah,
right? Now it's
I
2
think so.
days. Plus you have your NXT, you have your SmackDown that's going to be in New
All the
Orleans.
WrestleCons and stuff are there.
Yes, the WrestleCon all week
But
long. They're running shows for independent programs.
But here's the funny thing, and something a completely different topic, but very much related. So I was watching. I don't know where it came across it, just a video on Instagram. A guy talking about how Buffalo doesn't have the capacity to run a Super Bowl. They've vied for it so many years, but they'll never get it because there's not that many. Like their infrastructure can't handle it. They only have like what
That
45.
They're
nobody
building
wants
a
to
new
play.
stadium.
Yeah, but that nobody wants to play a
What
Super
I'm
Bowl
talking
in
about
like
is
sub-zero temperatures.
the city's infrastructure can't handle it.
Right.
There's only like 4,500 hotel rooms in the entire city of Buffalo is what this guy was saying. But here's where things get interesting, and this is something I was thinking about just in doing the indie trip. Like a lot of people will stay outside. Like nobody wants to deal with the inside of Indianapolis, even if it does mean you get to the stadium faster, to the track faster and stuff like that. Nobody wants to deal with the gridlock of being inside Indianapolis the day of the race. All right, like we got to a point where we know how to get in. We know what road we want to park on. We know where we're going to be, and it's close enough. It's about a mile walk from usually about where we park to the front entrance of the raceway. But we stay in Cincinnati, about a 2-hour drive. But there are towns around the Buffalo area. There's towns around New Orleans. There's areas around New Orleans that people can stay. Like the infrastructure shouldn't be a problem because you have that ability to go. Like, and there's like with
Well, let's honestly, if they decided that they would do a Super Bowl or WrestleMania, let's just say that they do in Buffalo, and
Yeah.
it snows, you're never getting from any of these outside towns into Buffalo. You're just not.
that is true.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but I still like
That's why they nixed Minnesota, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Philadelphia, there was a point where you couldn't find a place in Philadelphia to stay. And if
Yeah.
you did, it was like ridiculous. And of course, the parking, there's no parking in Philadelphia unless you get lucky and find a hotel that has parking or off street parking. If you park on a street in Philadelphia, you're losing your car. Either to hoodlums or the Philadelphia transit people that come tow your car. So but all around Philly, New Jersey, New York, people were staying in these Atlantic City. People were staying in these outside places just so they didn't have to stay in Philadelphia. And you remember how bad Philadelphia's traffic was, Rick? And
Yeah.
there's
It's
no
terrible.
way it's got to be better than New Orleans, right? I mean, I would think, but it was
I've never
god
been to
awful.
New Orleans.
Vegas, easy in, easy out. You don't really drive in. I mean, there's cars that drive in Vegas, but you can Uber or get to, if you're on a strip, you can walk to. I mean, it might take you a little longer depending on where you are on a strip, but you can walk to the venue. We actually walked from. Somebody told us, don't try to get an Uber here, walk away, and that's what we did. But so did 70,000 other fucking people too. Walk over the bridge to MGM or wherever we had to walk to. Can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was that.
Yeah, to catch an Uber. So,
And it was like $70 for a fucking Uber.
yeah, you got splashed for one of them. Yeah. You know, we had almost $500 in Ubers.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Those guys made bank that weekend.
Oh yeah. Well, it's always Uber in Vegas is a different animal. It's not like around here, even in DC or I mean, it is constant because nobody drives. People just don't drive. They just hop an Uber, hop a cab, but Uber just killed it. So anyway, yeah, I could understand why they said, listen, I know you're going to bring $3 billion to our city, but I mean, what's it going to do? What is it going to take us $2 billion to clean it up afterward? I mean,
Depends on how crappy the wrestling matches are.
Have they completely recovered from Katrina?
That's also a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
And that was 20 years ago.
was it 20 years ago?
It was 05, wasn't it?
Was it? Damn, no, it's after that. I
I
feel
think
like
it was 05.
I don't remember.
Hey Siri, when was Katrina?
Katrina was last night in your bedroom.
I'm just disappointed because I started getting these chains the last 2 years of Mania, and I wanted to see what they would have came up with like the New Orleans one. But I like how you got the bell on the, whoops, there it is, the bell on the 40 one, and then you got the cards behind the Vegas one.
Yeah, what am I? I don't even know what I collect.
Maybe they'll do a if they do one in Vegas next year, they'll do a roulette wheel.
I just hope they do a better WrestleMania.
That's also true.
Because it was very lackluster.
Yeah, you're right. August of 05.
Yeah, it was very lackluster Mania. I mean, it was going to be hard for them to top what they did at Philly, but yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, it's I get it. I mean, they announced it. I don't know what changed, and I guess it'll come out eventually why, if it was an outbidding thing or if they decided they weren't going to pay what they were going to pay. But it does bring money. I mean, it's not just the 70,000 people that go to Mania for both nights. I mean, there's got to be 300,000 people that came to Vegas. Got to be, if not more.
Yeah,
probably more than that.
I mean, it was fucking packed. Everything was packed. And there's people who go to Vegas and don't go to WrestleMania. We were not going to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
we were just going to go and find a bar somewhere and watch it, but we didn't. So anyway, I think part of it too is they got to get everything they can money wise. I mean, you saw from the commercials from Saturday Night's Main Event. It's all money related. Ticket prices are out fucking rageous.
Yeah,
and people are paying it. And if New Orleans Stadium, if the Caesar Stadium, formerly the Superdome, can't hold the amount of people, got to move on. I don't even know what the attendance or what the capacity of the Silverdome was, or Caesar Stadium, or whatever it is.
I was gonna say Silverdome was freaking Michigan, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, I Hulk Hogan it.
Yeah, geography's off.
Welcome to the Pontiac Silverdome.
God, Hogan's head was stuck in freaking.
Love that. So
87.
More to come on that. We'll find out exactly what's going on there, but whether it's going to be in Vegas or, I mean, how do we feel about it being overseas?
No.
Is there a place? Is there a place over there that it can hold? I mean, besides Wembley, could they run Wembley two nights in a row and?
I mean,
I don't know, man.
Okay. I will say if they just I mean, AEW is kind of taking the lackluster off of Wembley, but at the same time, because WWE hasn't done that since SummerSlam, what, 92 was it when they did the, so in my view, if they run a Wembley show, a 2-night Wembley show, good. I'm not as mad about it going over to England or even into Europe. I'm sorry, but it does not need to go to Saudi Arabia or really anything in the Middle East. You can pay all the money you want, you can do, but that's to me, that's not wrestling anymore. I don't mind the glorified house shows. I still think they're stupid, but I mean, WWE is getting money for it, so you go where the money is. But I'm sorry, no WrestleMania, no big events, and I'm still not happy they're doing the Royal Rumble over there. A couple years, year or 2 years from now, whenever they said they were going to do it.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah. The tightest world slide Royal Rumble. That's the only way.
Yeah.
He was on WWE last
Yeah,
night.
he was on Raw last night, which was funny.
Hopefully they can grease his chair up.
But yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it here for Hardway Wrestling. Make sure you go like, subscribe. If you're watching this video right now, hit that thumbs up button. Hit it. Let us know that you like the video. Hit the thumbs down button, too. It kind of looks like the thumbs up button, but Well,
I still
click the
say there
thumbs
should
up.
be a middle finger.
Just hit the thumbs up button and pretend it was. Just be dyslexic. Just pretend you're pointing down. So, thank you guys, Jordan. We'll be back on Friday for sure. We'll be back on Friday, and
Nice.
tomorrow night. Don't forget tomorrow night. Well, actually Thursday will be the NXT review show. It'll be Scotty and Wyatt will be blasted away on that. And
we're gonna do a quick review of Battleground, talk a few things on that, and talk about what the NXT show on Tuesday had in store for us. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
Wednesday.
it.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Let me talk to you.
Oh God, that's terrible. So anyway, that's gonna do it here. We'll see you guys on Friday. Make sure you check out the NXT review on Thursday, and we'll see you next time.
On the hard way.
Go Indy.
Not on this program.